All right, Coach, so how do you feel overall about the showcase, especially on the offensive side of the ball?
I thought the offense did a really good job executing. They put us in some difficult situations with some motion adjustments and things like that, and they did a really good job executing and get the playmakers the ball like Coach Lee always wants to do.
Seems like now, especially, of course, this is a spring showcase, the offense looks more spread out, more expanded. Anything you want to elaborate on that? What have you guys, in particular on the offensive side, as coaches, really implemented with this team?
They've done a good job. Coach Lee and the offensive staff have done a good job trying to get their playmakers in space. They do a good job of spreading the defenses out, trying to operate, trying to make you try to fit the run without expending your plus ones on defense. And it puts our guys in tough situations, and they got to be really good tacklers, which is something that we obviously need to improve on from today.
So now going forward, what are some of the things you want to improve on, and some of the things that you're really proud of?
One thing we need to improve on is definitely our tackling. We just got to continue to be physical at the point of attack, come off blocks, and play with great fanatical effort on defense. And if we can do that on defense, we'll continue to make plays. And some guys showed up. Some guys did took some things, some coaching from the meetings, and did a good job coming out here and executing today. As far as up front, we just got to continue to be more physical. Put our guys in situations at the end of the day, win your one-on-one, and at the end of the day, effort makes up for everything. So
I think we gave great effort. Really appreciative of these guys, man. They show up to work every day. I think little by little we're putting some pieces together, and we're getting better daily. It's cliche kind of, but it is a process. And these guys are working their tails off to come and work and put in the effort to just get better daily.
For offense going up against these aggressive defenses like we saw, just attacking that pass protection, what are some of the things that you are going to preach to them to do better at going forward into the summer?
Everything we do is kind of built on one-on-ones. We stress daily, trying first off try to get those one-on-ones and then be able to defeat one-on-ones. And so a lot of what we're doing is create those one-on-ones and work on defeating them. And so our kids, like I said, it's just a lot of work being put in, showing up daily.
I guess my final question is, so how does it feel to be out here in the field and coach for your first time here with spring football?
Great. I'm a big country West Texas guy. I used to come over here and shop Mall Abilene and all that growing up. Got a tremendous head coach who's got a lot of energy and a lot of belief in what we're doing. And man, it's easy to follow a guy like that. And just excited about where this is going, and really excited to be a part. Really excited to be a Wildcat and a part of Abilene Christian.
I tell you, I really noticed the last two practices a big jump with our offense. For some reason, we just started clicking in the run game, started running the ball very effectively, and then started throwing the football with more accuracy. So I like what I saw from our offense. Kept our defense off balance. For sure, the last two practices, I really like the way that we've competed. We tried to get them, to play on edge a little bit and make sure that they learn how to compete and play the game within the framework of the rules the right way. And they've really done that.
Is there, when it comes to different parts of the team, what have you liked? What have you not liked?
Well, I tell you, I've liked our discipline. I've liked, with all of our kids, I've liked their willingness to, if you correct something, they would come back out the next day and change that and try. You could see them that they had focused and come out and really were able to execute whatever area we were deficient in. So I really like that. I tell you, we didn't have a bunch of highs and lows. I like the way that they came. There were some practices that weren't quite where we needed them to be from just a body language and just the right mentality, but it never really dipped down to a point where you're just like, so I really appreciated that. I think that every single day, for the most part, we came out with an attitude of trying to improve, and we did. And I think really like I said, the last 2 days, I saw a huge jump in improvement.
Well, and I've got to guess you've probably seen a lot of film and everything. What is it that when you come in here you think that needed to get better?
Well, I didn't spend any time focusing on what's happened prior to me getting here. I wanted to give every young man a clean slate. So I think that was important. then we just tried to develop a work ethic. The first 8 weeks of winter conditioning, which I think we were able to accomplish, and then we took that work ethic and took it out on to the field to 12 practices here in spring football. And again, I just like the way that these guys have just showed up and tried to meet whatever expectation, whether it be in winter conditioning, spring football practice. They've tried to really come out and meet the standard. So we made them live tonight for the first time all spring, and just to see if that would change, and obviously you saw Peyton step up. He likes that aspect of it because he can make and extend plays and make plays with his feet. So I thought Peyton had a really, really good practice tonight, as well as practice 11 was really good for Peyton as well.
Who else you been looking at quarterback?
You got Hunter Lloyd and Hayden Anderson, both those young men. They've done some good things. Hunter Lloyd had his best week of throwing the ball this week. Hayden's been very consistent throughout most of spring football. So, I like what I see from all three of those guys. They all bring something a little bit different. They all have different styles, and all we're doing is just trying to prep it, and then we'll kick it back up, throughout the course of the summer. But really, it kind of just gives us a better starting point whenever we get to fall camp. Before I got here, there was a lot of young men that had entered the portal and left and gone on to other universities. I think we've lost three young men since January, since I've gotten here. But we've had kids on campus last week. This week we'll have them all the way throughout April and May on campus, and we're going to fill those spots, anywhere where we think there might be a deficiency. We'll have our exit interviews the week after Easter, so everyone will know exactly where they are heading into fall camp, and any needs or whatever deficiencies, if we do identify or feel that we need to identify, we'll do that in April and May. I'm just kind of evaluating players and coaches and kind of seeing, where to fit, what, how to really adjust to being a head football coach. At the end of the day, I'm a coach, and that's what I want to do. So, I'll be involved, obviously. But right now, there's just been some other things that I feel like that have been more important for our program, getting to know people, doing a lot of speaking, being in front of a lot of donors and alumni and boosters and things like that nature, which has occupied a little bit more of my time than probably what's going to happen during fall camp. So once we get close to the season, I'll get a little bit more back to. That's what my wife just told me. She said, I miss watching you coach. So I don't like you just standing around. And I said, well, that'll change.
Is that hard? Every time you want to go up and
it is.
Hey, you need to do it this way or that way?
I do. I don't like stepping on people's toes. I believe in empowering coaches. I got great young coaches on our defense, and man, we're gonna play hard and play with great effort and discipline and toughness, and that's the biggest thing that we've tried to instill in these young men is, it's honestly, Abilene has been great. The people are so nice. People on campus, everyone's so nice, and sometimes our players come over here and they're playing so nice, they're like, hey guys, we got to have a toughness. Football's a tough game, and man, we want to make sure we play the game the right way and bring a toughness, because it still is West Texas, and it's blue collar, and we want to put a team on that the city of Abilene and this university and everyone that's come before us that they're proud of.